This being your third season, it seems like you've been a lot more assertive or spicy this year.
Spicy? So? I don't know, spicy. That's good. I mean, I feel like for me, it's just my approach. It's just coming in and just trying to be dominant in anything the team needs. And so if that gives off spicy, which I really don't think it does, I feel like I'm like kind of quiet. Spice? No, I just not spicy. But yeah, I feel like that's just been my mindset, is just coming in and just being the player that I need to be for us. Whatever that looks like, it looks like.
Aliyah Boston didn't mince words as Indiana Fever secure playoffs versus Mystics for Caitlin Clark. In a season that seemed destined for collapse, the Indiana Fever have flipped the script, and the driving force behind their turnaround is none other than Aliyah Boston, who didn't mince words after her team clinched a playoff berth with a commanding 94-65 win over the Washington Mystics. The victory wasn't just a win, it was a statement, an emphatic response to the doubts and injuries that have haunted this team all season. With Caitlin Clark sidelined due to a groin injury and 4 other core players lost to long-term setbacks, analysts and fans alike questioned if Indiana had any chance left.
When you think back to the beginning of the season, if someone were to tell you, like, this is where you would be, this is your team, but at the end of the season, like, genuinely, what do you think the reaction would be?
Probably no stinking way. I don't think, thinking back to the beginning of the season, that anyone would have ever foreseen it going like this.
Yet, instead of folding, the Fever discovered a new identity built on resilience, depth, and Boston's emerging leadership. Her message after the game was simple but powerful: never doubt yourself and what you're capable of. That mantra has become the team's backbone, a rallying cry that has carried them from despair to triumph. The story of this playoff run isn't about one star carrying the weight, it's about an entire roster stepping up in unison. Natasha Howard poured in a game-high 17 points while Boston logged her 17th double-double of the season, cementing her as the anchor on both ends of the floor.
For whatever reason, things happen, and you've got to continue to put your best foot forward. You got to continue to stay the course. This group has been forced to grow strong roots, and teams can go one of two ways when those things happen. You either use it to pull you together and as motivation to continue to get better and do it for one another and do it for your teammates that have been lost to injury, or it pulls some teams apart.
Ariel Powers brought firepower off the bench with 15 points, Shavonte Petty knocked down crucial threes, and Lexi Hull's hustle plays kept the energy alive. Even in an off-shooting night, Kelsey Mitchell steadied the offense, proving this team can win through collective effort. What makes this even more remarkable is that Indiana has used 18 different players this season, a revolving door that could have caused chaos but instead created a deep, flexible roster capable of thriving under pressure. Head coach Stephanie White deserves immense credit for molding this group into a unit that embraces adversity rather than crumbles under it. Her simplified rotations and focus on accountability allowed every player to buy into the "next woman up" mentality. That approach paid dividends in the third quarter against Washington, where the Fever locked down defensively, holding the Mystics to just 9 points.
When I look at this group, I'm just so incredibly thankful for the type of people that we have in this locker room, for the way that they have been able to continue to stay the course and bounce back and stay together, to pull for one another, to really be flexible enough to make space for different types of teams that we've had throughout the course of the year, and to continue to put ourselves in position.
By the fourth quarter, Indiana wasn't just winning, they were dominating, stretching their lead past 30 and proving they belong in the playoff conversation. For fans, this moment carries added weight. It marks back-to-back playoff appearances for the first time since 2015 to 2016 and guarantees a home playoff game in Indianapolis for the first time in nearly a decade. Boston's evolution from promising star to vocal leader may be the most important development of all. Her steady double-doubles have been a lifeline, but her presence in the locker room has reshaped the Fever's culture. She celebrates with her teammates but never lets them lose focus, reminding everyone that the work isn't finished.